So my name is Marco Aliberti. I'm the Superintendent of Schools in RSU 4. This is my 25th year in education. I've had the pleasure of working in a number of different roles throughout my career, starting as an elementary school teacher, progressing to a middle school teacher, being a teaching principal, was a principal of 2 K-8 buildings at one point in time, high school principal as of late, and then this is my first year as superintendent of schools. So I come from a family of educators. My dad was a teacher and principal and superintendent. And my mom worked as administrative assistant in a middle school. And also from a young age, we had several stories about my grandfather's experience as a newcomer to Maine, and how education helped him progress in life. About my sophomore year in college, I had this idea. I really am a big fan of music, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll be a DJ on like a rock radio station or something like that. And I remember telling my grandfather, who had a real high interest and support in education, that, and he was like, you're not going to be a DJ, stick with the teaching. And I was like, oh, all right. But that's really, I guess like the crossroads where I decided I was going to be an educator. And I was just really good with kids, and I enjoyed being with kids and supporting them. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, just become part of who I am as time has gone on. I've been in RSU 4 for 10 years, and so those are the towns of Sabattis, Litchfield, and Wales, and they're all three very wonderful, supportive communities, and they take a high interest in what's going on in their schools. I look at the schools being a huge support system for the school community, and in particular right now, I think what I'm most excited about is just it's new for me to be in this role, which means I feel like I'm bringing a lot of positive energy to the school district, and that embodies itself in shared leadership opportunities, and really probably the biggest undertaking for this year is development of a new strategic plan for the school district, which is a long time coming, and really looking to involve as many stakeholders as possible in that decision-making process about our strategic plan. Just so that we have a document that lives and breathes what we expect our students to be capable of doing when they leave the school district and go on to whatever it is that they decide to do. Really, it comes down to supporting, students, and in turn supporting our communities. It's awesome to think that every day I get to go to work and have some sort of influence, in a positive way in somebody's life, so that they can be whoever they want to be as they move forward. Well, even though I didn't become a rock and roll DJ, I still have a very, very passionate interest in rock and roll music. Just for whatever reason, it resonates with me. And so I'm a big music fan. I like to go to concerts, that's for sure. And then, as much as possible, I like to be outdoors. So I like to, enjoy riding my bike or skiing, and spending time with my family, probably first and foremost.